25 Best SNES Action Games. Number 25. Super Street Fighter II. Super Street Fighter II is one hell of a game, and is one of the best arcade to SNES translations. The combos are incredibly easy to pull off, and the game controls like a dream. All in all, Super Street Fighter II is one of the best fighting games on the SNES, and it holds up incredibly well years later. Number 24. Gradius III. Gradius III was one of the first shooters for the SNES, and years later remains one of its best. And if you happen to be a fan of the Gradius series, then you're unlikely to be too disappointed with this, even it is a little rough around the edges. Number 23. Sunset Riders. Sunset Riders is the ultimate item of cowboy glamorization, where the good guys ride across barren deserts and explore small towns, blowing away hundreds of bandits popping out of saloons. It is bright, colorful, fantastically well animated, with superb music and sound. It understands its place as a western game and within the run and gun genre. Number 22. Axelay. The game looks like it's not even trying. The superb music, the ahead of their time graphics, the all-important heart-stopping final boss encounter, Axelay convinces us that this was all done very nonchalantly. One of the best shooters for the SNES and one of the top shoot-'em-ups of all time. Number 21. Street Fighter II. Beloved for all the right reasons, the colorful visuals and standout character models add so much to the experience. Also, it has incredibly memorable music and the sound effects are absolutely on point. The thwack of punch, the shot of Hadouken, or the cry of fallen opponent is something every Street Fighter II fan would recognize in an instant. Number 20. R-Type 3. R-Type 3 is the first title in the series exclusively for consoles. Both the level and boss designs take into account of the SNES scaling and rotation capabilities, making them feel naturally challenging without being weird. Overall, R-Type 3 is excellent, one of the best shooters on the SNES. Number 19. Street Fighter II Turbo. Street Fighter II Turbo remains one of the most influential video games ever made, and one of the few that can boast it created an entire genre. And also, mechanically, Street Fighter II Turbo is a big jump over the original Street Fighter II. All in all, Street Fighter II Turbo is the quintessential retro Street Fighter experience. Perfect. Number 18. Super Castlevania IV. With solid level design, innovative combat mechanics, and an overall beautiful look, Super Castlevania IV is certainly one of the most unique and game-changing entries in the series. Obviously, if you're a fan of the franchise, this is a must-have. It's a solid action game and a decent platformer with gratifying combat if you're a passionate person. Number 17. Firepower 2000. Compared to most shooters on the market, Firepower 2000 has a different feel but is no less great. This is one of the better shooters for the SNES, which is surprising as it was released so early. If you love vertical shooters but you haven't played Firepower 2000, it's time to correct that problem. Number 16. Earthworm Jim. Overall, Earthworm Jim is an awesome 90s action platform game that has just enough quirkiness to be unique. It's fun, funny, and still holds up well to this day. However, the game is very difficult in the later stages though, so be warned. Number 15. Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi is the best looking, most balanced, and all-around complete package of the 3 games in the series. Not only those who enjoyed the previous release should pick this one up, but those who have not played any game in the series are advised to play this one first because of its more forgiving difficulty curve. Number 14. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time is a fun game, particularly with 2 players, and most especially for fans of the franchise who can appreciate how faithfully it represents its material. But it also didn't do anything out of the ordinary for the genre, and the inconsistent attacks do detract a little from the experience. Number 13. Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Aside from the few new features, Donkey Kong Country 3 is pretty much just like the second game. Many people haven't played this one, but if you liked the previous 2, you won't be disappointed. One would argue that it's slightly worse than Donkey Kong Country 2, but it is still very much worthy of your attention. Number 12. Out of This World. Out of This World is certainly well worth a look, and was a very unique game for its time. The quirky artwork and emotive soundtrack are as immersive today as they ever were. Players looking for a fast-paced action game might get frustrated with the trial and error nature, but those who like puzzles are in for a rewarding experience. Number 11. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. If shooting everything inside and blowing stuff up is your thing, you're going to love this unusual Super Nintendo action title. It might be a little on the strange side, but anytime you're given the opportunity to shoot a zombie in the face with a bazooka, you know you're in for a real treat. Number 10. Super Star Wars. Because of its popularity when it was new, it will no doubt please many former fans on nostalgia alone. And as a series, it only seems appropriate to play this first entry before moving on to the superior second and third entries. But newcomers to the series should be prepared for relentless unfair punishment. Number 9. Kirby Superstar. The difficulty is a bit on the easy side, but as anyone familiar with the series should know by now, difficulty is certainly not what the Kirby games are about anyway. It won't take you long to see why Kirby Superstar is widely regarded as the best release in the series once you dive into these entertaining adventures. Number 8. Contra 3 The Alien Wars. This really is a great game and deserves to be played by any fan of the retro console and the series. It is lots of fun playing solo, but it shines even more brightly when playing 2-player co-op. Highly recommended. Number 7. Demon's Crest. The ability to play the levels in different orders, not to mention the free roaming feel of the game, make it seem like an RPG at times. The fact that it's also chock full of gameplay elements just further makes the title enjoyable. It's fairly safe to say that if you love the Ghosts and Goblins franchise, you're going to love this spin-off. Number 6. Star Fox. Star Fox was the first release in a new series that Nintendo fans now hold dear, and it ranks amongst the very cream of Nintendo's long list of gaming glory. Basically, it is a pinnacle game, not just for the 16-bit era of gaming, but for the entire gaming world. Number 5. Mega Man X. Mega Man X is one of the strongest action/side-scrollers in video game history and a title that more than lives up to the Mega name. Not only does it capture everything that was great about the original NES series, it also manages to add a wealth of new ideas to the mix without taking anything away from the overall experience. Number 4. Donkey Kong Country. You'll be having such a great time that having to retry again and again never feels like a chore. It's a very rewarding game and the wonderful pre-rendered 3D graphics holds up so well. And although it's not in the same league as the sublime Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country still ranks as one of the better SNES platformers. Number 3. Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest. Donkey Kong Country 2 may prove frustrating for some younger or less dedicated players. For those who enjoy a challenge, this is probably one of the best games for the SNES. And if you're looking for a diverse platformer that'll take you a while to finish, look no further than Donkey Kong Country 2. Number 2. Super Mario World. While many retro games can claim to be a classic, not many are a solid gold masterpiece. Super Mario World is a masterclass in side-scrolling platforming design to the point that modern 2D game developers should be encouraged to study it as a prerequisite of mastering their craft. Number 1. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is a shining example of what a good platform game should be. It's both familiar yet original. It's rich and complex yet also simple to master. This game is the perfect showcase for what made the SNES such a great system.